So, hi, my name's Ellie, welcome to my channel. I filmed a whole look for using more blues and purples, and the footage is corrupted. It's lovely. Since I've already been sitting in this chair, which is not the most comfortable, I brought in my body pillow, which I made a sweet pillowcase for, with dinosaurs and hearts, because it's cute. In the video that you will now never see because it was corrupted and does not exist anymore, I did talk a lot about blush. So I thought instead, since I've already put this on, I'm not going to take it off just to do it again, as much as I'm sad, because this is really cool. I made this using Clionadh's RKO palette with like Dead Sea and then Glyph and Neo, and then I used one of their highlighters, Sear, in the inner corner, which is also on my face because it's a gorgeous highlighter. I was talking about how much blush I have and how I get very tempted when I see new pretty blush to be like, ooh, that's really nice. No, fuck no, I have so much. I took a picture a while back of all my bronzers, but I didn't do that with my blush. I have a shit ton of blush, and blush takes forever to go through, so I sure as fuck don't need any more blushes. The closest I will get to letting myself have a blush is if I find the right tone of a good purple blush in Fenty's new cream formula, because I've used up all my creams, so I don't have any cream blushes. These are all powder blushes. But if it happens, and I really do love purple blush, I might allow myself to, but I'm pretty sure I have a purple blush in a powder form because I used up that purple from ColourPop to buy the purple from Urban Decay, which I never ended up doing, but I did buy other stuff. So let's get into it. We'll talk about my blushes. Is this the right one? Yes. This is the one I'm wearing. It's a Franken blush I made of mashing up Gulu and the remnants of Cabana Boy from my In the Mulberry Ham palette. I have a tiny bit of pan. It's really nice. It does not take much product at all because it's a very strong color for my face. And that's just a mini pan. I also happen to have a mini pan of Orgasm, which I feel like is also going to be something very easy to work into looks, but takes a lot of time to use up because you don't need very much of it because it's pretty. It's not very pigmented anymore. I might Franken this with something else at some point. Yes, I do have highlighters on my hand. When I was going on and on about this gorgeous highlighter Sear, I pulled the other 3 highlighters from that option. These were coming as 2 highlighters and 9 eyeshadows in pans in the Witchcraft and Alchemy from Clionadh Cosmetics, and I was ranting about how gorgeous they are. So I went and I got them, and if we ever do a highlighter tour, we will talk about those more. Yes, so 2 blushes. I'm going to open up the drawer and put some of the ones down there as I go, hopefully. Speaking of Clionadh Cosmetics, I have one gorgeous blush. It's a lot. I'm not really allowed to use it because it's so nice. It always reminds me of like a blood moon. I think it's Bouquet. So yeah, it's aggressive. I kind of bought it just to own it. It's super gorgeous. This is the second one I bought because I dropped the first one and then I fucked it up while repressing it. But it's 2 years ago they did like a Valentine's Day thing, and this blush was all of the colors from their little Valentine's thing swirled together into one pan. Oh, it's so nice. Let's just see how aggressive it is. So I'm just putting it on there, just kind of tapping my brush in and then swirling it off, and we'll see. Yeah, it's a lot. Why am I tempted to put this on my face right now? Stop that. Gorgeous, highly pigmented, amazing. I'm not allowed to use it right now because I don't have any self-control. I have a lot of singles and minis, so let's talk about those first. I decluttered a bunch. I still have a good chunk of random stuff. Like, if I could get this open. If I can't get you open, I can't use you. I will throw you out if you don't open. I'm gonna break a nail trying to open this stupid, cheap IBY thing from a... Ah. Oh, you are pretty. This is Peachy Sheen. Ooh. Well, maybe this is what I will put in. I didn't plan this as a swatch party, but maybe that's what I will franken in with Orgasm. Just to kind of dial up the glow. That's very pretty. This is not supposed to be a swatch party. It's not what I had planned. None of this is what I had planned. The world is in lockdown. Ah. That's something I talked about in the video that you don't get to see. Yeah, that's really pretty. It might be more of a highlighter than a blush. Apparently hard to open. I have a mini from Makeup Forever. This is S214. Really, really nice mauve blush. No, stop swatching stuff. We're just talking about blush, not swatching it. What the fuck, Ellen? I also have a... Nope, we'll save that. I lied. I have this Love Flush Your Love is King. Really, really pretty. Very cute little aggressive blush. Everything's aggressive on me. I'm sorry. Like, that's just... Why are you speckled funny? Do you see that? Nope, you can't? Okay. There's tiny little pinpricks like somebody stabbed it, and I don't know why. I'm gonna have to play with that later. We will see what survives if I ever do a declutter and or start frankening more shit. I also have Sweet on You from the Sephora collection. Really, really nice peach. Very pretty. This is a loose blush from Bare Minerals. It is in the color Golden Gate. Is it open? It is. I opened it. I really, most likely this will end up as something I have to press. I don't think I have the skills to apply loose blush on myself without causing a mess. Let's talk about this. This is the Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Volume 3. And I think this is what I'm keeping in my head as a purple option. It's not that purple, but it is mauvey purple toned, or mauve. Again, really, really gorgeous. I bought this when it was on sale because I wanted it. It seemed more likely to work for me than the other ones. I just don't know when I'm going to get a chance to really use it. Like, these two are gorgeous, and one of these days I will wear them as, like, glowy, draping, one blush and iridescent type look, but I'm not there yet. I also have some stuff in here. This is the Tarte Pineapple of Your Eye. As you can see, it has two blushes. Not top priority to use, especially because the bronzer is too orange for me, but maybe. They're nice. They're not very pigmented. I mainly got this for the eyeshadows and for the fun shape. Since we were talking about bottom of your hand, I have some leftover bits. I've panned a lot in here. Highlighter, bronzer, put the blush into that, did some frankening with that. These two I like to wear together. Argyle is really, really lovely. Hot Mama is also really, really lovely and kind of layers nicely over that. They are most likely next on the panning journey because this has just kind of been the thing I've slowly been eating away at in bits and pieces. I have this. I don't use it very often and or at all. This is the Her palette from the Femme Rosa collection, which is Carouche and Colourpop. The bronzer is too warm for me. The highlighter's nice, but a little dark. I could probably make it work. The blush is nice, but again, nothing kind of blends in with the packaging. Nothing unique to my collection. If I ever get around to it, I might give this to somebody else. I have two NARS things, one of which is not really a blush. This is the Give and Take Dual Intensity Eye and Cheek Palette. I have worn this as a blush, but it's really, really light. Like, really, really light. That's on top of other product. It's very pretty. It does not show up very much. So I have a lot of room to build it and to potentially finish it very, very quickly. Same thing with the bronzer. It's not a bad bronzer for me. It's just super, super light and takes a lot of building. This is, oh no, don't dig. This is on the Eventually pan because this was a gift from my boyfriend. I love it. I love the packaging. I like the shades. I just kind of got into a different formula more than this one, and I like it. We're going to put it over here in the safety spot. I also have another blush palette because who needs reasonable amounts of things when you can buy a whole palette of something that takes you years to finish? Me. I got it for this bitch. She's real aggressive. I love her. I believe she's called Exhibit A. I love it so much. I can barely ever wear it. I kind of have to like tap it very quickly and then shake the shit out of the brush and then put a little bit on, and it's really, really nice. But there's something about an aggressive tomato red blush that I just couldn't stop thinking about. And I had a gift card, and this is also another purpley type blush that I can use instead of buying another whole blush. All of these are really, really nice. I keep forgetting that this is not a bronzer, that it's a blush, not a bronzer. I keep trying to use it like a bronzer when I think it should be a bronzer. It's just a hair too pink for that. Really, really nice highlighters. This is one of the main reasons I haven't bought Albatross yet. That is Watch Me? Yeah, Watch Me. Really, really nice golden champagne. Shoop, shoop. Like, it is not fucking around. If blushes don't show up on you, try Exhibit A. It's available as a single. It's a lot. You can sheer it out. I can wear it if I'm very careful, but it's super pigmented. It's very adherent. So, I have to take a very fluffy brush. I have to like tap it, to shake it out. Sometimes I knock some more off on my hand and then I put it on my face. And I sometimes still have too much product. It's so pretty though, and I love it. When I do get it to work, I have a lot of fucking fun with that blush. Oh, it's so good. I don't know why anybody let me buy this, but it's gorgeous. And again, 3 other nice blushes, 3 highlighters. This one, I'm not sure I've ever actually... Yep, still a highlighter, just like a nice cool beigey highlighter. Yeah, I can get away with that. If I have self-restraint, I can wear any of that. I don't always have the restraint required for that. It's such a nice color. I don't know who left me unattended long enough to let me buy that. I have one Tarte Mini in Party. It's really, really nice. Very light, nudie, neutral color. And then, on the theme of shit I don't need, I have leftovers from the Big Book of Blush 3, I believe is what I got. So I depotted them, I put them in here. I should have stopped here. I should have been like, this is way more blush than I will ever need, because I have Panda Tarte blush, and they are a lot. They take a lot. Yes, this is more of a bronzer, yes, that's more of a highlighter, but that's still a lot. There's still six in here that are actual blushes. Oh, there's so much. There's so much. This is why I'm not allowed to buy any more blush, because I have so much for a one person and only so much face, who is very pale skinned, so I can't really, like, put a bunch of blush on. I have to be very delicate, or else I look pretty clownish. And I can see that I actually did use this one quite a bit. You can't see it, but I can see that it's got some wear and tear on the print. Let me see if I can make it something you can see. Yeah, see, it's got some wear and tear on the print versus, let's try this one. I don't think I've used much, if at all. Like, very, very crisp. Worn down because I used Peachy. Oh, and I wrote the names on the back because I didn't have them. So Peachy I have used a lot because I had a bit of a falling down into orangey blushes. So I used Peachy and Heated and Lavish a good chunk. And again, that highlighter in there is very nice as I slowly go through all of my Goldie Champagne highlighters. Spirited is a good one. It's nice. See if I can have any hands left. But yeah, it's a nice light gold. We'll swatch it right there. That's a great place to swatch. So, I'm not allowed any more blushes. If you see me buying a blush or reviewing a blush that is not here, and I don't have like a good reason, like maybe somebody gifted me one without asking, or I tricked my boyfriend into buying me stuff because he's sweet and he loves me, and I keep telling him not to let me buy more makeup, and most of the time he supports me in that, and he's like, no, don't buy any more makeup, and stops me or talks me out of it or asks the right requisite questions that I've given him ahead of time, being like, do you really need a new blush? Do you need more makeup? What happened to shopping your stash? What happened to duping within your collection? What happened to you trying to pan stuff? Which are all things I've told him to tell me because he knows really nothing about makeup. He's very supportive, very sweet, trying his best, but has no, like, in-depth working relationship with makeup other than I wear it. And he knows to tell me that I look pretty while I'm wearing it. And all the time. Tell me I'm pretty all the time. But when I walk in and say, what do you think? He knows to say that it looks good. But sometimes he's like, oh, I feel like spoiling you. And I let him buy me makeup. Which I should stop letting him do. Or if we have a discussion and I decide that I'm going to buy the thing and we're talking about it and he's trying to talk me out of it and I am beating my own arguments because all of his arguments are things I've told him. He just says don't spend money, which is a good argument. But no, I'm not allowed any more makeup. I'm allowed some makeup, no more blush. Eyeshadow, I can change up and I can rotate through and I'm doing a better job of decluttering, but honestly nobody needs blush. Really nobody needs blush. The closest I can get is I can probably get rid of this. But even then I'm looking at it, I'm thinking like, but, yeah, the bronzer doesn't work for me at all. It's way too dark and way too orange. And the blush is, average at best. I don't remember wearing it or really caring. It's not a unique color. And yeah, that highlighter is potentially easy to use because it's a goldy, champagne-y color, but it's also a little dark for me. My brain's still saying, but you could pan the blush and the highlight, and you could Franken the bronzer, even though I have 8 million bronzers. So I think, Mira, you just earned yourself a blush, bronzer, highlight palette. Or anybody else who wants one. Mira knows where I live. Mira can come get it. When we're not in lockdown, Mira's getting that. Oh, that's one more thing. Okay. I can't get rid of anything else, apparently. But that is one less thing in my collection. Hopefully I will be able to continue the trend of using up what I have, talking myself out of buying shit I don't need, and have no good justification for. Blushes take so long to use up. I fucking can't. I've been working on those 2 NARS minis for 2 years. I started working on those when I worked at McCallum Place. That's how long it's been. And I left McCallum Place over a year ago. I didn't wear a ton of makeup throughout 2019, but those were my go-to using these things. And they're still there. I have a tiny pinprick of pan in one of them. And that's been my daily blush every time I've worn makeup for months. They take too long to use up, and I'm not allowed anymore. I'm setting a self-restriction, and I'm putting you all in charge of holding me accountable. If I bring a blush on here that is not one of the ones you've seen, I better have a damn good reason, like my friend gifted it to me. And that friend cannot be my boyfriend because he is trickable. Since he doesn't know how long bronzer and blush take to use up. And he's not always as good at yelling at me the way I need him to when I'm trying to buy blush. I will text him. Not that I'm going to be able to see him for a while because we're going to be under lockdown, but I will text him that I'm not allowed to have any more blush. You guys know I'm not allowed to have any more blush. I should, well, and I say that, like, I haven't ordered blush in a long time because I'm aware how long it takes. I just need to get rid of some of this too. The problem is, a lot of these are really nice. The Too Faced is really nice. The Tarte one comes in a palette that I'm not getting rid of the other side of, so it gets to stay. The Tarte ones are nice. The NARS ones are really, really nice. And just, they're such nice, it's hard to make a bad blush, so it's very easy to make blushes that I'm willing to keep and or still want to try. I bought this 2 or 3 years ago, and I really haven't worn it more than a handful of times, but I want to play with it more, and I wanted to support Juvia's place, and I wanted to like things. It's so untouched. Yep, that's what quarantine's gonna do to us. It's gonna slowly erode my mind as I just sit here and think about how many things I have that I don't need, how many makeup things I have that I can't reasonably go through at any time soon. Oh, that's not good. It is Sunday. Not when you're seeing this, but it is currently, as I'm filming this, Sunday. Our stay-at-home, shelter-in-place, whatever they're calling it, the don't go outside order that our area is about to be under. It starts at the end of Monday. I will most likely be working from home remotely, unless there's some change. I'm going into work on Monday to get our update, which is most likely going to be the IT person sending us home with laptops to work remotely, which means I will have more time in my day from not having a commute, and I will be stuck in one place, even more than I have been, in that I've really only been home or at work, or running essential errands. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. Trying to think, did I do anything? No. I haven't even, I should be going for a walk since my gym is shut down and I can't go to the gym. Anyway, I should have been going for a walk, so I haven't done that yet. It's on the list to add in. As I go stir crazy, what type of makeup do you want to see? Do you have specific requests? I will not have any dress code restrictions since I'll be working from home, so I can wear whatever bright-ass colors strike my fancy. Do you want to see more blues? Do you want to see specific palettes, specific color stories? Let me know. If I have it, I will try to use it and make a video for you, since a lot of you guys are probably also, hopefully, staying home and or ordered to stay at home because county's finally taking COVID-19 seriously. Yes, that's a mug with teeth. It's my favorite. No, it's not my favorite. It's one of my favorites. I wish I had teeth all the way around, but that would be really weird to drink out of, but that's also kind of what I want. I collect mugs, so I like weird stuff. I'm gonna let you guys go. Stay safe, stay inside, limit your contact, social distancing, and hopefully you will have more content as I need to do it to get all the crazy out of my brain as I am going through cabin fever, and we'll have more of it in the days to come. Let me know what you want to see. I'll see you next time.